So I'm sure most of you already know the story, but in case you didn't, Club Penguin, the best game in the world, is sadly going to be closing on March 29th, 2017. I'm currently recording this pretty early in the morning, March 27th, Monday, which means my childhood game is going to be closing in less than 48 hours, and it's a little bit hard to swallow. I just want to really quickly say that I'm a little bit sick, so I do apologize if I sound a little bit weird or if I kind of need to cough. I'll try to keep it to a minimum. But basically what we're doing here today is, well, I'm kind of talking over what you're watching on screen, but on Saturday, I believe it was the 25th of March, there was a party. Now, this wasn't an official Club Penguin party. It was totally made by you guys, the fans, the community. Oh, and here I'm just showing how old my penguin is. 3,000 days old. A little bit unbelievable. But yeah, so I haven't really been like logging on to Club Penguin. Most of you know that my channel, this channel that you guys are on, it started out as a Club Penguin channel. You know, I made Club Penguin videos. You can even go back. The very first video I uploaded is a Club Penguin video, just me kind of fooling around. I think it was in the summer of like 2011. I want to say 2011, 2012, around that time. And I think that's around the time I started this like whole YouTube adventure kind of dealio. And then I kind of shifted over to Minecraft, and I just kind of stopped playing Club Penguin, but I would still log on every now and then to like pick up items and whatnot. But I think before this Saturday, it's been a while, a few months or whatever, and basically I got a DM from a really cool guy. I think his name was Ryan EC1. I'm not sure if it's Ryan Eck or just Ryan EC1. Basically, he DM'd me on Twitter, and he told me that there was going to be a kind of like CP reunion party on the 25th to kind of commemorate, you know, the ending of our game. And I told him like, hey, you know what? If I'm free, I'll come. I showed up, and it's pretty cool. This was all you guys, just all of the fans, you guys on the community, on Twitter. You guys pulled together. You guys wanted to make this happen, and it did. I checked the Club Penguin blog before hopping on, and it's an official post there. Like, they recognize you guys. There were two parties. I think one of them was hashtag SoLongCP. The one you're seeing right now is hashtag CP Reunion. And I just think it's really cool that an idea that was in the minds of one of you guys turned into this really big thing where actually a lot of really old guys showed up. I think I actually made a note of like some people I noticed at the party or whatever, and just what other people were saying. I think people were saying they saw J-Man93. So I didn't see him at this reunion party. Some of you said he did. Some of you said you did. But yeah, it was super cool seeing some like old faces, familiar faces, new faces. Some like notable names that like I remember talking to at one point, whether if it was on Twitter, on the YouTube comments or whatever. I remember seeing Walt Disney 6. I think I blogged for him at one point. Destructive 7, Yoda ads, 1999 Blue, Blueberry. I saw Gokon at one point too. I haven't talked to him in a while. I saw Lulu. We were hosts together on Club Penguin Radio at some point, which was pretty cool. I saw Tech 70, Modern Pengy, I think that's how you say it. Pen 50G, Waddles 4G, Pup 1, Parapin, just a lot of cool. I saw like so many. Oh look, there's Tech 7 right now, but yeah, I just saw like some big names. Oh, I think Senna 12121 was there too. I saw some names that I recognized. I saw some new faces, so it was really cool. I think a couple of mods were on too, so that was really neat. I think Spikehack was there, Meg was there, Polofield was there, and I think Gizmo showed up at the end too, so that was pretty sweet. But yeah, guys, the game, my childhood game, is closing. It's a little bit unbelievable. I never thought that this day would come. Like, I kind of knew. I'm sure we all knew this day was gonna come, but I didn't expect it to be this soon. What is it, 11 years? 11 years, because I think this game was created in 2006. It's 2017, that's around 11 years. That's pretty crazy. I'm kind of speechless. I think what I want to do for this video is just kind of really quickly go over my own Club Penguin experience, because I don't know if I actually talked about it. I probably did at one point, but you know, to kind of commemorate the closing of this game, it's kind of really let's take a trip down memory lane. But like I said earlier, I started this game December 2008. You know, just chilling by myself, heard my friends talking about it, so I made it, hopped on, and I like immediately just fell in love with this game. I remember going to the bookstore, buying the like official handbooks. I think I still have them. They're at my house. I remember buying all of the plushes, you know, like the little Puffle plushes with like the little coin codes. Those were really, really sweet. But yeah, I fell in love with it. I just kept playing it. I remember on the weekend spending hours on like Karjitsu trying to get my black belt. And at the very beginning, I wasn't a member. My parents were never a fan of me like paying money for a game, so I was always a non-member. And I remember vividly, so like I had the handbooks, right? And I remember reading in the handbooks that you could meet these mascots like, you know, Rockhopper, Cadence, Rookie, whatever. And I really wanted to meet them, but I could never meet them. And I remember as a kid, I had a dream. That I met Rockhopper. It was like, it's kind of sad, but it's also kind of cool at the same time. But yeah, so that was kind of my own little expedition. And then again, like I said, I stopped playing in around 2010, I believe. Kind of fell out of it. And maybe about a year later, 2011, maybe I was in like 7th grade. I want to say 7th grade, maybe. Yeah. I hopped back on, made a Twitter account, and that's just where it carried me here. I remember I didn't do much. I think at the beginning when I joined Twitter, I just met a lot of really cool people, started talking to them, and eventually I think I joined the blogging sphere. When I joined the Twitter game, you had all these like big blogger names out there already. You had Senna, you had Monchocho, Mimo777, Chris Dog 93, Riffy, all these big blogger names. And I'm just like this little, you know, 12-year-old who just joined Twitter. I was like, what's going on, you know? And I remember the very first blog I blogged for, I believe it was called Club Penguin Heroes. The owner was some guy by the name of Pop, and a couple numbers. I forgot the numbers, but I remember the Pop part. And I remember applying as for a blogger. He accepted me. Shout out to you. I don't know. That guy disappeared, but if you're out there, shout out to you, man. You kind of like started the whole blogging thing for me. That was the very first blog I blogged for. Probably blogged for it for maybe 1 month, and then it closed. And I remember I loved the blogging. I loved the, you know, the weekly updates, just like writing about it, you know, taking screenshots, showing all the updates. And then, you know, that's kind of what people did back then. Blogs were a huge thing. So I remember joining, I mean, I don't remember all the blogs I joined, but I remember blogging for just so many sites. And, you know, as you start blogging more and more, people kind of start like recognizing your name, like, oh, I read Punchi's post on this website, or like his post on that website. And you know, I eventually at one point I made my own website for a bit with a guy called Darren. I don't know where he's been, but I remember him. We talked a lot too. My website was called Club Penguin Writers. I think I did that for, I don't think a year, but a lot of months, definitely, for sure. It could have been a year. Eventually I closed that down as well. And then from there, I think after that, my blogging career slowly started coming to a halt. I remember blogging for like Ninja O'Dark at one point, or like Riffy 888848. There's a lot of other websites too. I can't name all of them off the top of my head, but I know I blogged a lot. Definitely a lot. And then I took a break from blogging. I was like, I'm kind of tired of this, you know? But definitely, for sure, blogging with Club Penguin definitely improved my writing skills. For sure, you know, just putting all those like exclusive updates, the posts about the game. It's a lot of practice for writing, and honestly, it helped a lot. But like I said, I took a break from blogging. I think I just enjoyed the game for a bit, and then I think I stopped playing for a bit. It was like around the medieval party, either 2011 or 2012. And what got me back into it was Think Noodles. And Think Noodles was actually one of the big reasons why I even made this YouTube channel. It was the summer, I believe. I think I watched one of his videos. I was like, you know what, this game is cool. let me get back into it. So for the second time, I think I rejoined. And then I had a YouTube channel. And then, yeah, like the very first video on here was during one of the like music jam parties, really one of the big ones with like Rocky and CC and whatever. And then I think my next videos were like around November, Operation Blackout. That was a really big deal. And yeah, from there I just kind of made more and more videos. My channel started to explode a bit, and then on probably how most of you reunion party, and a lot of you still knew who I was. I was pretty shocked. Like I honestly thought maybe like 1 or 2 of you would notice me or recognize me, remember me. But a lot of you still remember me, so that was really heartwarming. It was honestly really touching, and it was a great experience, this reunion party. You know, the CP reunion event was very, very impressive, because if most of you didn't know, the servers on Club Penguin have kind of been, you know, dropping in popularity lately. If you've ever logged on, you know that most of the servers are 1 bars. Blizzard's usually 4 bars, I think, but all the other servers are 1 bar, maybe 2 bars. You guys got Marshmallow all the way to 5 bars. 5 bars, and like the rooms were full, like it was crowded. It was like a walk back in time to how parties used to be, when bloggers used to host parties, when like Think Noodles used to host parties, when I used to host parties. It was such a throwback to the good times when everybody was just walking around having a good time. Just all the commotion, you know, full rooms, people asking for postcards, buddy ads, just so much stuff happening. It was honestly such a blast to the past. It's just like, it's such a nostalgia trip thinking about it, you know, like, I've played this game since 2008, 9 whole years. Well, a little more than 8, it would be 9, yeah, a little more than 8, because I started in December of 2008, so a little over 8, but that's a long time for one game, guys. 8 years, I can't believe like 8 years ago, I was still like a fifth grader, 5th, 4th, 5th, 6th grader. Now I'm in college, 1st year of college. Time flies, guys. Time flies. Even a lot of you guys, like probably when I first started blogging or started making YouTube videos or whatever. If you guys were like 10, you guys were like 15 by now or something. Like that's crazy to think about. And yeah, the game is finally coming to an end. Now I know it's not like Club Penguin's still gonna be there, because they're making an app called Club Penguin Island. I think I signed up for I made an account. I'm pretty sure I made an account. I just don't think like beta testing, whatever, like I got that. So when the game comes out on like mobile, I'll probably download it, check it out. But I'm just really bummed that they had to close the like web version. It would have been really cool if they could have kept it open, just for like memory's sake. You know, like all the items, the backgrounds, just the memories. It's really sad if you think about it. The game's come such a far, you know, like it's come along so much. If you look at some of the older room decorations, the party decorations, like even some of the items, the art style, everything has changed so much. And if you just take a look at it, it's really heartwarming. Oh, one more, I actually forgot to mention something. I think like a couple weeks ago, after Club Penguin announced that they were going to be closing on March 29th, something just absolutely amazing happened in light of everything that they announced. The iceberg is tippable. And if you guys are a long time like fan or player of Club Penguin, you know that tipping the iceberg is a big deal. I remember coming on 2008, 2009, and every time I went to the iceberg, which was like, even now, if you go on the map and you like hover your mouse over the iceberg, you'll notice that it doesn't, like, the name won't pop up. If you pop your cursor over like the town or the stadium or the cove, like the little name will pop up. It doesn't pop up for the iceberg, and it's always been like that. So getting to the iceberg was a little bit of like a challenge for kids too. And when you got to the iceberg, there would always be someone like with a construction head jackhammering, and there was always this myth, I don't know how it got around, but people said you could tip the iceberg. and it was just always this thing that like people thought you could do, but you could never do. And it's honestly so amazing that the Club Penguin team decided to finally make the iceberg tippable in the you know, the final stages of the game. So I kind of just want to play some footage of that right now. I just hopped on the server Blizzard. It was the most popular, like 4 bars I think, and I already tipped it once on my own, but I just wanted to like get it on footage. Basically, I think there's like a couple of requirements. I think you have to be wearing the color dark blue. You have to be jackhammering on the left side of the iceberg. You can see how everyone's kind of leaning toward the left. And you also need to be like walking a blue puffle. Now, I'm not sure how many penguins you need. I just know that I think you need around 2 or 4 of them to meet those 3 requirements, and eventually you'll see the iceberg start to tip. Now, it should tip for about like 5 or 10 minutes, and you'll see it start to tip harder and harder. And I don't know, it's interesting because everybody says there's like different requirements and whatever, but a good indicator is if the iceberg starts tipping harder and harder and harder, and you just see it rock back and forth. And this was just such a cool sight, because the iceberg's one of the rooms that, you know, it looks exactly the way it used to look, and just to see it finally tip over, and to see all those like lights pop up, the dance floor light up, it was such an amazing feeling. I wish I could have captured my like raw reaction, but I wasn't recording at the time. So, but I'm still gonna get this on footage for memory's sake. Have this on my YouTube channel forever. And yeah, when you tip it, you get this cool party hat. But what's really cool is if you click on the plaque, it says, "Together we can build an island, create a community, change the world, and even tip an iceberg. Waddle on." Like when I read that for the first time, my heart just, it sank a little bit, in a good way, a little bit, you know, a very heartwarming end. And all I can say is just thank you to Disney, thank you to the Club Penguin team, and most of all, thank you to all of you guys, everybody that I've met since, I guess, Twitter, from like 2011 till now. Everyone that I've talked to, everyone that's supported me, everyone that's just been my friend. Thank you so much. All of you mean so much to me. I know this is the end of Club Penguin, but honestly, the community we made, it's like a family. And that's always gonna have this special place in my heart. So, thank you once more. Thank you. I know it's a little bit cheesy, but honestly, I don't know what I would be like today if it wasn't for my experiences in this game. Like, I learned so much just talking to you guys, trying out blogging, trying out YouTube. Like, I don't think I would have ever tried out YouTube if it wasn't for this game, you know? And I don't know what I would be like, honestly. This game is it's sort of shaped, you know, who I've become. I played this game for 8 years. That's almost half of how old I am. Almost. A little less. I'm about to turn 19. So, yeah. It's crazy, guys. No words. No words. A lot of nostalgia feels, a lot of sadness, a lot of happiness too. And just trying to remember the good times, you know? 2011, 2012, 2013. Those 3 years were the highlights, honestly. Of the 8 years I played this game, those 3 years were the highlights. Where I had the most fun and just the best experiences hanging out with you guys and just having fun in the game. It was honestly such a blast. Thank you. To everyone who I've met along the way, everyone I've talked to, Disney, the Club Penguin team, just everyone. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm gonna hang it up here. There's still a lot of footage, I think, from the reunion party, so I'm just gonna let it roll by, play some music. You can watch if you want. If not, you can just click off. But I think I'm going to wrap it up here. I think I've said everything I wanted to say. If you've liked the video, a rating would be very much appreciated. But other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Waddle on.